Everyone builds dream houses. But when you dream, you close your eyes. That's why you need a guide. To see if it's too close to the train. To line up a good school. And remind you of the cost of a pool. With a RE/MAX agent, you will see how much better than a dream home the right home can be. RE/MAX. Dream with your eyes open.
Tonight, the 17-2-1 second place Caledonia Corvairs host the 7-13-1 seventh place Thorold Blackhawks. Good evening, welcome to the Haldimand County Caledonia Center. I'm John Molson as we're just about set for the opening draw. Mitch Purdy opposite Vito Scaringi for the opening face-off of the first. Gigliotti on the right wing for Thorold opposite Connor Bramwell, and on the far side doing some pushing and shoving, Jordan Peacock alongside the left winger, the number 91 forward, the ex-Corvair Scott Dorian, as Dorian goes right after Bramwell off the opening draw. McEnany throwing it around the far side, and the whistle going just 12 seconds into period number one. A immediate penalty to start the first to Nick Sacco. A misconduct as the face-off in the neutral zone. Peacock playing it around the far side, or the near corner, excuse me. Purdy tries to distance himself from Christmas on the far corner. Can't find a pass, drops it to the defender, McEnany, and he wraps it around the board. And the whistle goes as Astorino plays the puck. An opportunity now to announce tonight's starting goaltenders. Starting in net for the Thorold Blackhawks, number 1, Josh Astorino, as Scott Dorian to the box for Thorold. And offsetting as a Caledonia player in the box as well, believed to be Mitch Purdy. Hard to see from our broadcast location. We'll get you that announcement from the PA announcer in a second. Tanev dropping it to the left side for Van Horn. He misses the pass, and Pulasic out to play the puck for Caledonia.
Number 91, Scott Dorian, 2 minutes each for unsportsmanlike conduct.
2 minutes each to Dorian and the Corvairs, 2 minutes each.
2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct.
Van Horn over to the right side of the defense for Ratchford. Van Horn gets it back, swatted at by Plamondon, and he loses the puck to Tanev, played up for Bush. Bush to the backhand, and the defender forced him out. Justin Whitwell forced him to the far corner, but a nice backhand shot there, the first shot on net, registered by Bush. A minute and 37 seconds into period number one. Bush stays in the right circle to take the draw opposite Nick Giancola. He's tossed out, so Dawsa takes it instead. The Corvairs win the draw. And a quick shot by Gomes off the draw inside the right circle. Gomes gets it back, backhands it past the end line, and Christmas beats his man to the puck, a diving Connor Patton, before it's cleared out and picked up by Justin Abraham, who wraps it off the wall, an attempted long pass to Patton, but it's broken up on the far side in the neutral zone by Lloyd. Trying to tap it ahead is Giancola. Bianchi able to clear for the Corvairs. Bianchi back to the red line for Gomes. He misses the pass, and the long shoot in by Greg Christmas. Abraham to center, a big hit at center. Connor Patton on Jake Lloyd. Patton forcing his upper body onto the Thorold forward right at the red line far side. Both players eventually go on a change. Lloyd to the other side, Christmas down the far wall. And gathering it in is Vito Scaringi. Jake Brown tries to chase him down. McEnany gets there instead. And Fontana plays it up to the center ice red line. Fontana around the net, back to the left. Moran winds up. It rings around the wall. And Matt Korzowski playing it off the half wall for Thorold. Quinn Geddes plays the puck from the 2 steps inside his own line to the Caledonia blue line. And the whistle goes. 16:29 to go, first period of play. No score between the Caledonia Corvairs and Thorold Blackhawks. In head-to-head meetings, just the one game back in Thorold on October the 1st. Caledonia with a 2-0 victory. Caledonia hasn't played since last Saturday. The 6-1 victory over Welland, and as a result, Welland playing 3 times in that time span, picking up all 6 points, and that's the reason why they're ahead. They're a point ahead of the Corvairs coming into tonight's game. Astorino drops it for Christmas. Played up the right wing boards for D'Agostino. A head check to the Corvairs. Thorold at 14.5% on the power play, 15th in the league. Caledonia at 89.8%, 3rd in the league on the penalty kill. As the puck goes out of play into the Caledonia bench. Caledonia winning the draw. Tanev playing it up the far wall, a bouncing puck. And Astorino directs it to the corner for the Blackhawks. Geddes up to center with Tanev on him. Pulasic out to play it. He rings it around the board. Pulasic with a 7-1, 1-loss record. Coming into Caledonia's 10th home game tonight. Caledonia at 7-2 on the year. Pulasic with a 1.07 goals against average and a .936 save percentage as Astorino leaves it for the defender. Geddes plays it up the far board. Geddes gets it back on the return feed from Scaringi, and the puck deflects off the stick of Lloyd and out of play at the Thorold bench. Thorold being doubled up by the Welland Junior Canadians Wednesday night at home. Welland out shooting the Blackhawks 44-32 on the shots on goal clock, doubling them up on the scoreboard as well by a score of 4-2. a interference call here on Moran, or a cross check. The referee on the far side making the call. So Moran in the box for 2 minutes, and the Blackhawks to their second consecutive power play. Interference to Moran. Scaringi plays it to Postiglione. Postiglione to the side end line near corner. Plamondon the cross ice pass for Geddes. It's played from the end line by the number 90 forward Alex Panov. Panov gets it once again. His shot partially blocked, hit Purdy in traffic, and Geddes plays it back to the Caledonia blue line. Van Horn to Purdy. Purdy avoids the check of Postiglione and takes it in himself. 1-on-2. Postiglione shoves Purdy from behind. No call as Purdy falls heavily into the near sideboard. Nick Giancola leaves it, so with speed goes Jake Brown into the near corner, and his centering pass picked off by Quinn Geddes. Peacock meets him at the center ice red line, and Giancola turns around for the Blackhawks, drops it to Christmas up the left wing, and the pass in broken up by Bianchi. A second shoot in by Thorold. Once again, glove down by Bianchi's left hand, and he sends it in deep. Christmas to play it for the Blackhawks, up to center for Giancola. On the wing, the shot on the above the left circle by Gigliotti. Todd Ratchford on Gigliotti for the shot above the left circle. 12:15 to go, first period of play. A quick-paced first period. A shot or two for the Blackhawks on their 2 power plays, but not much going for the Blackhawks on their first 2 power plays. Caledonia with some pressure before that, so the shots on goal about even, as the shot by McEnany hit Matt Seco, went into the near corner, and now Hoare plays it around the boards. Trublin leaves it. Ratchford plays it down below the end line. Trublin now trying to shake off the check of Christmas. Matt Hoare in there as well. And Trublin and Nathan Dossa now pushing and shoving on the far corner underneath the end line. A face-off in the right circle out to the left glove hand side of Josh Astorino. Bush wins the draw, a short pass to the left to Connor Patton. The disc now trapped in the near corner as Gomes, with his back to the board, tried to trap it, but it's intercepted by Lloyd and throwing back to the neutral zone. Kyle Abbott, the bouncing puck, it takes a bounce, comes to the stick of Van Horn. Looks like a knee here. I thought the head referee made some kind of a signal to his left knee, but instead the face-off will come outside the Caledonia blue line in the neutral zone to the right of the bench. Thorold wins the draw, and it's thrown in deep, picked up by Kyle Abbott. Abbott coming off the near corner, cutting to the net with speed, and the net knocked off at the near side. Abbott and Matt Korzowski to the net. Korzowski on the far side of Pulasic. The shot by Dorian blocked by Matt Hoare. Hoare goes to the right wing for Cosimo Fontana. Fontana beside the right circle, drops it for Abraham, right side of the blue line. Fontana on the near board. Brown checked by the number 23 forward, David D'Agostino. Shot around the boards by Jake Lloyd. Panov at the half wall. Brown checks his man Dorian. Dorian, the ex-Corvairs, registering 2 assists for the Blackhawks in 3 games played. And Matt Hoare plays it up and out. A backhand pass off the boards back to the neutral zone. Christmas regrouped for a split second, threw it up the boards for Panov, intercepted by Purdy, and now Fontana comes back the other way down the right wing. Panov, the drop to the defender. Greg Christmas with his head up on the left-hand side, parked below the Thorold blue line, cranks it off the glass and out. Play near side. Van Horn around the far corner, and Ratchford clears the zone with a cross-ice pass to Bramwell at the red line. Purdy to Peacock. Peacock centering pass, Bramwell the shot. Peacock the wraparound, fed a open Connor Bramwell, and Bramwell shot low to the ice, and a pad save by Astorino on the far corner. Postiglione the back pass, and Astorino covering up. Caledonia 15-0-1 in their last 16 games. Their last loss in regulation, the 1-0 loss on home ice. Shot from outside by Van Horn. Peacock's side of the net, near corner. Peacock under the end line, checked by Christmas, gives it to Purdy. Under 9 to go, an evenly matched first period. A quick pace to it, and Bramwell has his stick lifted as Postiglione goes the other way. Postiglione tied for the team lead in team scoring, excuse me. 9 goals and 8 assists. McEnany hits his man and tries to make a move. Hit Lloyd and tried to make a move around him with the puck at the same time. McEnany gathers it in to Tanev in behind the net. Tanev gets it back, and it's swatted away and played up ice by David D'Agostino. A hit in the neutral zone on Gigliotti. Trublin hit him at neutral ice, and now Tanev plays it to the far side. He gets it back on a cross-ice pass. Looked for a shot, instead dropped it to Matt Hoare. Tanev to McEnany on the right side. Moran winds up his shot, and Trublin given a touch from in behind. Trublin trying to find a shot between the hash marks.
If you have ticket number 287465, you have
Welland with a 2-1 victory over St. Catharines Sunday night at home. Gomes in behind the net, back to the right side. Abraham winds up, and it hits Panov and comes back to the left side for Patton. Abraham from the right to the half wall for Gomes, and Patton winds up, and his wrister hit the center of the logo of the Thorold goaltender Astorino. Welland thumping Niagara Falls last night in Niagara Falls 8-3, so the Junior Canadians now a point ahead of the Corvairs. Bianchi from the left goes into the side of the net for Patton, and it's deflected out of play. Face-off in the neutral zone. Bush with Gomes out to his left. Gigliotti wins the draw, plays it back to the defender, the number 67 defenseman, Justin Whitmore. And the puck goes out of play at the Thorold bench. Face-off back inside the Thorold zone on the near hash mark. Brown to take the draw, Fontana to his left, and opposite him is Nathan Dawsa. Or excuse me, on the draw it's Vito Scaringi, the Thorold captain. Scaringi wins the draw back to David D'Agostino. Thorold plays it up and around the boards. It's broken up by Bush. And Thorold tries a second time to leave the zone on the left-hand side. Fontana, a quick wrist shot. Tanev checked against the board. Brown under the end line, side of the net, tried to find a shot at the near corner. And now a delayed call as Astorino comes out of his net. Dorian, the turnaround shot, the bouncing pass. Scaringi there as well, parked in front of the net. So on the turnaround shot, Scott Dorian looking for a goal at the far corner. Caledonia 1-0 on the season series. These two teams next meet Wednesday, December the 3rd, 7:07 p.m. at the Thorold Arena. Ratchford wraps it around the wall. Geddes to the half wall. Geddes shot. It hits the front of Ratchford. The rebound, and they score. Anthony Postiglione with his 10th goal, 18th point on the year. And with 5:13 remaining, the Thorold Blackhawks take the 1-0 lead on the Postiglione goal. Tanev on the draw, wins it with a short backhander. Moran beside the Caledonia bench.
Assisted by number 4, Quinn Geddes. Time of the goal, 14:47. Thorold goal, scored by 97, Postiglione from 4, Geddes.
Panov off the left side of the blue line. The shot into the corner. Caledonia intercepting now. Hoare for Moran. And it's broken up by Panov. Possible 2-on-1. And McEnany getting back at the last second. Postiglione in for Panov. Plamondon loses the puck. Tanev plays it up ice, looking for Hoare. The pass too far, and an automatic icing. Caledonia on a 11-game win streak. Their last loss, 4-3 in overtime, showcase weekend against the Kitchener Dutchmen. That was on the 11th of October, a Saturday. And a hooking call coming up here to McEnany. So the Blackhawks will go to their third power play of the first period. Postiglione also with a goal Wednesday night against Welland, one of the two goals. The Corvairs clear, and it's picked up by the Thorold defense. Scaringi around the near side board. Patton moves off the left side to play it at the half wall. Dorian with speed through the neutral zone, crosses to the near side. Dorian knocked down by Bianchi. Postiglione on the far side tried a shot underneath the left circle. 3:18 to go, first period of play. Played in by Geddes, and Pulasic out of his net to play it around the far side. Peacock drops it to Gomes defending. Gomes whips it around the boards, and Astorino out to play it for the Blackhawks. The Corvairs with 3 consecutive road games. Tuesday night in St. Catharines, in Niagara Falls on Friday night, in Ancaster at the Morgan Firestone Arena on Saturday, before returning home to face the Fort Erie Meteors, a 7:30 start at the HCCC on Grey Cup Sunday. Gomes picks it up, and the long clearing pass. Christmas back to get it for the Blackhawks. It's played ahead by the Blackhawks on the far corner. Gigliotti goes up to the neutral zone, and the whistle going with 2:08 to play. This game is brought to you by real estate sales representative Roland Archer of Remax Land Exchange. If you're in the market to buy or sell a property, give them a call at 519-755-7409 or email them at roland@rolandarcher.ca as Moran plays it around the far board. Abraham up for Purdy, 2-on-2, crosses with Bramwell. Purdy the drop to Peacock, and Peacock fires just wide to the far side. Abraham winds up. He hits the bottom of Astorino's left pad. Moran from the left. So the crisscross on the 2-on-2. And a man Bramwell in behind that. And then shots off both points from Abraham and Moran. 3 shots on that series with 1:29 to play, first period of play. The only goal by Anthony Postiglione, assisted by Quinn Geddes at 14:47. As David D'Agostino plays it back to center. McEnany breaks it up. Thorold trying to find a lane. Trublin right back the other way on the near corner. Hoare to Trublin. Back to Hoare, and it's broken up by Scaringi. Dorian whips it around the boards. The pass too far for Trublin, and it's cleared up and out by D'Agostino. Tanev to the far wall, gathers in his own pass as no one on the far side wall. And McEnany the shot. It hit something in front, likely the number 23 forward D'Agostino, and deflected out of play. 27.1 seconds remaining, first period of play. The Corvairs, by the looks of things, with an edge on the shots on goal clock, but Thorold with the only first period goal. Geddes to the far side, and Christmas clearing the zone with a long pass out that hits the back of the boards, and an icing with 6.9 seconds remaining in period number 1. Brown in the draw, right circle, Fontana to his left, and Jake Brown wins the draw, and Ratchford back to touch the disc for one final time in period number 1. The buzzer goes, and on the Anthony Postiglione goal, his 10th of the year from Quinn Geddes at the 14:47 mark at the end of one period of play. It's the Thorold Blackhawks 1 and the Caledonia Corvairs no score.
Everyone builds dream houses. But when you dream, you close your eyes. That's why you need a guide. To see if it's too close to the train, to line up a good school, and remind you of the cost of a pool. With a RE/MAX agent, you will see how much better than a dream home the right home can be. RE/MAX. Dream with your eyes open.
The far side is the number 88 sweatered Nick Sacco. Purdy with Peacock on the right wing, and Bramwell on the left as Thorold wins the opening draw. McEnany back for Caledonia, and Scott Dorian hits him hard into the boards just off to the right of Pulasic. Purdy intercepts. Sacco tried to go quickly up the ice beside the Caledonia bench. Purdy intercepted at the right wing, but he was offside as a result. And he stays in to take the draw at the hash mark beside the Caledonia bench, neutral zone. Thorold wins the draw. Christmas back to neutral territory. Moran plays it in for the Corvairs. Caledonia with a 13-3 shots on goal advantage through the first. Caledonia with their chances. Abraham and Moran with heavy shots off both sides of the point. Trublin with an opportunity down the between the two hash marks. Jake Brown with a good chance at the side of the net, in tight to the Thorold goalie Astorino, but no scoring for the Corvairs in the first. The shot out of play behind Astorino as the draw will stay in the Thorold zone. Postiglione with the only goal inside the far post, the 14:47 mark of the first. Quinn Geddes assisting, the shot by Van Horn. And it trickled wide to the near side. Plamondon, the ex-Welland Junior Canadian, takes it up the other way. And Ratchford ties him up in the corner, along with Kyle Tanev. So two Corvairs tie up Plamondon behind the end line near side, and the face-off will stay there inside the left circle Caledonia zone. Caledonia wins the draw. Tanev drops to Ratchford. Ratchford tries to give it back, and the pass 2 strides off the front of the stick of Tanev. And the draw will come back inside the Caledonia line. Opposite circle this time. Gigliotti takes the draw. A short pass to Matt Seco. He backhands it in, and it's picked off by Van Horn. Van Horn falls. A big check by Matt Seco. And Seco follows that up with another hit on the far side wall. Ratchford to center to Gomes. He loses possession. Tanev, the drop pass to Hoare, and Hoare wires it wide off the board on the far side. Thorold clears back to center. Korzowski throws it in deep. The whistle goes. Thorold, losers of 6 straight. Their last win, 3-1 against St. Catharines back on October the 29th. The Corvairs will see the Falcons Tuesday night at the Jack Gatecliff Arena. Bush with Whitwell on him. Bush shakes off the check, and he gets around Whitwell a second time. Abraham plays it down the boards, and it's picked off by the right hand of David D'Agostino. Pulasic out of his net to play it to Abraham. Abraham goes over 2 lines for Gomes. And Astorino out to play it for the Blackhawks. Abraham off the far side board. Gomes tied up in the corner. Patton from the end line. Connor Patton sweeping it across the end line on the far side. So Caledonia once again ahead on the shots on goal in period number 2. So far posting the 0 on the score sheet. Gomes upended in the far corner by Anthony Postiglione. Postiglione with the first Thorold goal. So Caledonia will go to their first power play of the second period. Three power plays for Thorold in the first. I believe maybe a short power play in there for Caledonia in period number 1. All the more reason to the shot, the rebound, Van Horn, the shot, and Fontana saying it's in. Well, a way to call here. Fontana saying he scored underneath Astorino, and the Corvairs will get credit for the goal. I hesitated on the call because there didn't seem to be an indication of a Caledonia goal. We'll give that one to Fontana till we hear otherwise. Fontana through traffic in the high slot. And the goal now waved off. So again, fans, have a look at our games on YouTube. Check out all your stats and information at www.GOJHL.ca. A perfect example right there. No video replay from our broadcast location. So a good chance for you to go to YouTube and see what happened there on the Cosimo Fontana play. Ratchford has a look. His shot hits Van Horn in the back of the skate and goes back to the center ice red line. Ratchford gathers it in, moves past Dorian to the far side, now to the wraparound around the defender Geddes. Ratchford to the half wall for Fontana. Caledonia on the power play for another minute 19. Fontana to the end line for Brown. Fontana winds up and fires a heavy wrister off the skate of Astorino. A delayed call here coming to Thorold. So the Corvairs will now go to the two-man advantage for 56 seconds. Purdy, Bramwell, and Peacock, the forward line for Caledonia on this two-man advantage. Ratchford on the left defense, Van Horn on the right. And D'Agostino out to kill the penalty, along with Scaringi. Ratchford to Van Horn. Greg Christmas back for the Blackhawks as well. Ratchford to Peacock. Ratchford to the backhand. Peacock back to Ratchford. Over to Van Horn. He wires it. And Van Horn's shot hits Scaringi. Ratchford's shot wide of the net, far side, and hit the glass. Ratchford fakes the shot by Purdy. Astorino the save on the far side. And the 225-pound Jordan Peacock knocks the net off at the far corner. Peacock trying to tie the game with 15 seconds left in the second minor. Tanev on the draw inside the right circle. Trublin to the right, Hoare on the left wing. Patton winds up, the Caledonia forward on the left point to finish out the power play. Patton to the end line, back to Patton to the corner, Tanev side of the net. And Astorino making the save on the far corner. Additional penalties here to Thorold, and now they take one off. Just the one still showing to Scott Dorian. Hoare into the corner, tied up by Greg Christmas. Plamondon backhands it away from Tanev. McEnany to Tanev, McEnany to Patton, back to McEnany. The shot, and it hits Peacock between the feet and goes to the far corner. McEnany to Tanev, Patton winds up, and it's slapped away by Christmas but not out as McEnany backhands it up the half wall. Peacock to Hoare, Hoare beside the right circle, and it's picked up and cleared by Postiglione. 25 seconds remaining as McEnany comes up ice in a hurry. Into the corner goes McEnany and the number 3 defender, Jake Lloyd. Patton to McEnany. McEnany under the end line for Matt Hoare, centering pass. And the chip shot by Patton goes wide into the near corner. Tanev plays it down the wall. Peacock under the end line, far side, the long pass out. Bianchi tries to gather in the disc. In the process, takes Vito Scaringi into the near sideboard. Tanev to Van Horn. Van Horn shakes off the check of Whitwell to Tanev. Tanev, the short drop in behind the net for Peacock. Peacock and Seco. And Peacock, the drop pass to Fontana. Fontana breaks it free, and the whistle goes. Nick Sacco, the last to touch the puck. And Thorold going off for cross-checking. Justin Whitwell to the box. Took a while to get a break, and normally we don't do so on a power play, but we'll take a break. You're watching Caledonia Corvairs hockey on YouTube. Welcome back. Christmas clearing the zone for the Thorold Blackhawks. Ratchford to the far side for Patton. Plumondon back deep for Thorold. Van Horn tries to play it down the half wall. It's broken up by Greg Christmas. So Van Horn wraps it around the wall. Whitwell in the box for another minute and 26 seconds for a cross-check. Caledonia several power plays in the second period, unable to capitalize. Ratchford shot. Ratchford's shot goes wide on the far side. Patton in behind the end line. Ratchford fakes the shot across to Van Horn. The shot, Van Horn's shot hit the left glove, bounced behind the net. Gomes, his shot from in behind the net. There's a pinball shot by Ratchford. Several more good chances by the Corvairs. 3 shots there on that series. Gomes, the shot from behind the net, and then the shot by Ratchford. The pinball effect, shot by Fontana. Puglisi to Fontana on the left. Moran winds up. His shot hits Geddes, or Jake Lloyd, excuse me. Lloyd ties up his man in front of the net. And another Thorold penalty, a slash. At some point, the Corvairs need to capitalize here. Very important. Because sooner or later, you know Thorold's going to get one back from the referees. Corvairs with 4 or 5 consecutive advantages in this second period. Tanev to McEnany. The shot by McEnany. Peacock parked in front. McEnany, Tanev inside the right circle. Cross-ice feed for Purdy. It hits the front of his stick hard. He missed the initial pass. He gets it back far side. Plays it in behind the net for Peacock. The shot by McEnany hits traffic. Scaringi able to clear and go off on a line change. Bramwell to Peacock. Purdy the wind up. The shot hit the outside of Astorino's right pad. Peacock in behind the net. Under 10 minutes to go. Second period. Bramwell winds up. His shot goes high. Purdy to Tanev. McEnany top of the line over to Purdy beside the left circle. Bramwell plays it in behind the net. Purdy wound up. His shot hit the bottom of the Thorold goalie. Here's Peacock with a chance. And Astorino sprawling across the crease near corner. I don't know how Astorino kept that one out. Peacock parked at the side of the net. Tried to draw it to the forehand and tuck it in the near side. 19 seconds to go in the penalty to Postiglione. Hoare on the right wing. Hoare with Hoare with 11 goals on the year. Jake Brown to take the draw from the right circle. He wins it back to Ratchford. And Ratchford fires wide. It hits the board, goes out the far side. Trublin the pass back to Brown, and Brown's shot goes wide into the near corner. Scaringi able to intercept, bring it back to the neutral zone. Ratchford to center for Brown, 2-on-2 with Trublin, but D'Agostino breaks it up and throws it to the far side for Quinn Geddes back defending. Hoare with a shot in tight there to the far side. And Astorino making the save with 8:21 to go in the second. Jake Brown and Gigliotti on the draw. Gigliotti throws it to the far board. Gomes whips it around the wall. Patton at the half board. Bush in behind the net, centering pass. Patton had an open shot as Astorino drifting off to his right-hand side. And Patton could have had the tying goal there inside the near corner, but the shot fired wide. Bianchi winds up, his shot hits the end boards. Patton out to get it, turns around to Bush. Bush on the far side for Gomes, and it's slapped away by Whitwell to the far half wall, where the number 79 forward Matt Seco tries to clear, and Caledonia taking it away once again, cycling the puck, this time on the near side. Thorold finally able to ice. Caledonia 4 points ahead of Welland for second. Caledonia trying to get back to the #1 spot with a win here tonight. Welland back in action tomorrow night against the Ancaster Avalanche, as the shot by Matt Korzowski going out of play on the far side. Lamunden and Brown, Panev on the left wing, Puglisi and McEnany out for Caledonia. Moran back on the left defense as well. Brown the remaining Caledonia forward. Fontana into the center, tries a tip on the McEnany shot. McEnany's shot from the right side of the defense. Fontana trying to tip it, and the shot, Panev first a shot, and then the turnaround, Postiglione. Here's a break, Fontana on the break, goes to the forehand, and he scores! Cosimo Fontana on the breakaway. 6:14 remaining in the second. Thorold coughs up the puck in the neutral zone. Fontana drew it to the forehand. And with 6:14 remaining in the second, slipped it inside the near post to tie the game.
Scored by number 77, Cosimo Fontana. Unassisted.
Dorian and Peacock pushing and shoving beside the Thorold bench.
Corvairs.
Fontana unassisted.
Goal effort by 77, Cosimo Fontana.
D'Agostino to the far side. Whitwell, his shot hits the back wall in behind the Caledonia net. Whitwell then gets back for the speeding Bramwell. Bramwell tries to smash it off the front of his stick. Shot by Purdy. Bramwell on the follow through. Purdy first the shot, and then Bramwell in behind him rang a shot off the outside of the post. So Thorold had two good chances off either side, and the puck came loose in neutral ice. Fontana got behind everybody and put the puck to the forehand. The shot from far out, top of the blue line by Abraham. Astorino making the save. Tanev and Gigliotti on the draw. Gigliotti wins it back to the number 3 defender, Jake Lloyd. He wraps it around the wall for Korzowski. Korzowski, the cross-ice feed. Lloyd plays it in around the wall, and Abraham Tanev and the defender back on the left side, Bianchi all back for Caledonia. Tanev tries a drop pass for Anton Trublin. And Bianchi plays it in deep for the Corvairs. Tanev, side of the net, the backhand, and he scores! Tanev on the backhand, and some more discussion here. They may wave this one off as well. A first period goal by Fontana waved off. As they said, it never fully crossed the line. Let's see what the call is on this one. The pass out from the near corner. Tanev to the backhand, clearly put it in the back of the net, angled toward the far side. We'll wait the official announcement. Tanev. Hoare the shot, it's partially blocked. Trublin in behind him. Abraham the shot from far out, and the glove save by Astorino. Gonna have to go to YouTube, fans. Have a look at those disallowed goals. I know that's the first thing I'll be doing when I get home. First Fontana with a disallowed goal in the first, and now Tanev on the backhand. Clearly went in the net, but they said it was knocked off at the near corner. This game is brought to you by real estate sales representative Roland Archer of Remax Land Exchange. If you're in the market to buy or sell a property, give them a call at 519-755-7409 or email them at roland@rolandarcher.ca. You can visit them online at remaxlandexchange.ca. As Patton battles for possession off the draw, the centering pass for Bush. Moran plays it around the boards, and Patton grabs it in behind the Thorold net. Picked off by Scaringi. He clears it through the neutral zone down the far side. McEnany now with speed comes up the near wall. Astorino plays it around the boards. Two players aside, and Scaringi as well. He comes up with it, plays it back to the red line. Two players aside tried to tie the puck up on the far wall. The puck finally squirted free to Vito Scaringi. And Thorold getting a power play now following all those earlier Caledonia power plays, about 5 in a row. Under 4 to go, second period of play. We'll take a break as the two teams makes changes and the Thorold Blackhawks about to go to a power play. You're watching Caledonia Corvairs hockey on Welcome back. Nathan Dawsa injured down on the near corner. He'll go off to the Thorold dressing room for the trainer to have a look at.
Caledonia Prolific Corvair penalty, number 16, Connor Patton, 2 and an automatic pin for kicking to the head. Time of the penalty, 16-11.
A shot from the top of the line. Skarinji and Palasic making the save. Palasic winning the Goaltender of the Month award for the month of October. Palasic with a very minuscule 1.07 goals against average. The shot by Geddes deflects upward. Palasic getting enough of it to knock it off to the corner on his near side. Now Fontana clearing the length of the ice. Astorino playing it to the defender. Back up to center. Caledonia intercepts. Van Horn to the other side. Played up the far wall and out to play it is Skarinji. He goes up the near side. Dorian, the cross ice feed for Geddes. Geddes whips it around the board and at the half wall. Plamondon puts enough speed on the disc to play it out the other side to the right defense. Caledonia breaks up momentum at the neutral zone. 2:35 to go. Second period of play. Anthony Postiglione from Quinn Geddes at 14:47 of the first. And Fontana unassisted on the breakaway. Fontana getting behind everyone. 6:14 into the second period. Skarinji loses the puck as he's spun around by Purdy and Justin Abraham. Purdy to the far wall. And now Astorino plays it out of play on the far corner. And it looks like Astorino will get a delay of game penalty here. But Puglisi in the box for the Corvairs. We'll have to wait and see. Astorino kind of shook his head. I thought maybe he was getting a... Well, they're showing a man advantage for Thorold out on the ice, and now Gigliotti going off for Thorold. So Puglisi must have been serving the 2-minute check to the head penalty on Connor Patton, and now Gigliotti serving time for Thorold.
Timeout has been requested by and granted to the Thorold Blackhawks. Thorold Blackhawks penalty for the goaltender. Number 1, Josh Astorino, 2 minutes for delay of game. Penalty being served on number 89, Francesco Gigliotti. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes.
Thorold 3 points back of Fort Erie for the number 6 spot. And Caledonia in second, 1 point behind the Welland Junior Canadians. Welland now 18-5. a point ahead. They'll next be in action tomorrow night at home against the Ancaster Avalanche. Caledonia on the road for 3 games before returning home on Grey Cup Sunday. They win the draw at Ratchford to the half wall for Purdy. Christmas intercepts, skates around McEnany. The shot by Christmas hits the back of the Caledonia net, and Greg Christmas there, a shot in tight on the far side. Pulasic having to be alert and keep his left pad against the post. Far corner, a face-off out to his left-hand side. Caledonia on the 1 draw, the back pass to McEnany, now up the right wing for Peacock. And it's taken away by Christmas. He tries to clear the zone, but it's knocked down by Ratchford, who skates it down to the end line far side. McEnany to Hoare. Hoare with Postiglione on him. The Corvairs now on the penalty, or on the power play, excuse me, following the Gigliotti penalty. The shot by Geddes. Geddes fanned partially on the shot. By the time Scaringi got it, he was offside at the top of the Caledonia blue line. Exactly 1 minute to go now, second period of play. Caledonia with the 13-3 shots on goal advantage in the first. But Postiglione with the only goal at period number 1 at the 14:47 mark. And then at 6:14 into this period, Fontana tied it up on the unassisted breakaway goal. I'd have to say Caledonia has the shots on goal advantage in this period as well. We'll get you that information as soon as we can. Van Horn slips the check of Geddes, plays it in behind the net, or plays it himself rather, out to Abraham. Van Horn wisely gets back to the right point. Astorino cleared it off to his right-hand side. Thorold able to clear the length of the ice. So 2 disallowed goals for the Corvairs. 1 not crossing the line in the first, the Fontana waved off goal. And then the Corvairs thought they had another one in the second. Gomes thought he had one on the backhander. Disallowed, the net knocked off on the near corner. Fontana, the only second period goal, the unassisted marker, 6:14 into the frame. And at the end of 2, it's the Caledonia Corvairs and the Thorold Blackhawks knotted up at 1.
Everyone builds dream houses. But when you dream, you close your eyes. That's why you need a guide. To see if it's too close to the train. To line up a good school. And remind you of the cost of a pool. With a RE/MAX agent, you will see how much better than a dream home the right home can be. RE/MAX. Dream with your eyes open.
1-1 here as we're set to start the third period. Caledonia Corvairs and Thorold Blackhawks. The second meeting between the two teams on the year. Caledonia with a 2-0 victory in the first game. Caledonia wins the opening draw. Bramwell to Peacock. Peacock tries to slide a pass out front to Purdy, and McEnany then throwing a long pass off the board in behind the net. And the Blackhawks pick it off and go 2-on-2. Spun around as Dorian. Dorian with Sacco on the right-hand side on that 2-on-2, and then Dorian tied up behind the Caledonia net. Bramwell back the other way with Peacock. Christmas draped on him. Bramwell at the end line. Tanev calling for it by slapping his stick to the ice. Peacock's side of the net. Here's a chance by Bramwell. Peacock positioned on the other side, and Bramwell tried to hide himself by making a quick shot on the near corner. Peacock a distraction to the goalie, and Bramwell trying to wrap it around quickly. Caledonia wins the draw. Tanev to the net. Tanev falls down. Riley Van Horn with a hard shot off the left side. Tanev tried to tuck it in, falling down at the far corner. Hoare to the far side. D'Agostino plays it back to neutral ice. Van Horn back for Caledonia. And Panev runs his man into the boards, Trublin. Trublin gets away from that, plays it back up the ice at the neutral zone. Hoare to Patton, or Tanev, excuse me. Hoare gets it back as he plays back and forth with Tanev. Tanev to Van Horn, over to Ratchford. The shot, side of the net. Trublin in behind, the centering pass for Hoare. And he has a stick lifted by Anthony Postiglione. Whitwell to the blue line. Bush the shot. Hoare has a look, tries to find Bush at the right-hand side underneath the circle. Plamondon picks it up, takes it to safety by slapping it off the boards. Abraham clears it in. Bush out the far wall. Mishandles off the half wall. Abraham, his shot. A bouncing puck. Bush with a chance there, side of the net, far side. Gomes whips it around the board. Goes to Abraham, then Gomes goes back to the other side. Shot by Christmas. What a save by Palasic, but the Blackhawks put the rebound in. Matt Seco, 2:57 into the third, and the Thorold Blackhawks retake the lead 2-1. Palasic with a big save on the near corner. A player on each side of the net, and then Seco, after Palasic was out of position, put it in on the near side.
27, Adam Korzowski. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 57 seconds.
Korzowski with the assist at the 2:57 mark. Shot by Giancola, and the Caledonia netminder takes it to the corner. Teams going end to end now. Kyle Abbott picks it off. Dosa from the neutral zone, dumps it in deep, and Moran takes it for the Corvairs, plays it around the far side, kicks at it with the right skate, plays it back to the right side of the blue line. Dorian brings it out to the neutral zone momentarily, and around the boards is Whitwell. Dorian, the backhander. It springs free to the corner. Purdy picks it up, and now he's trapped against the wall by Whitwell.
During the second period, Corvairs no penalty.
Thought Whitwell might go on a hold here. We'll see what happens. Held Purdy's back to the wall.
Last 3 digits, 434.
That is indeed what will happen. Whitwell holding Purdy off to the right of the Thorold goaltender. So Caledonia will now try to tie things up on the power play. Caledonia in the 20th spot in the GOJHL, 12.7% coming into tonight, as the shot by Ratchford, the riser caught in the left glove by Astorino.
Holding stick, penalty 426.
Van Horn from the right side, over to Bramwell. Van Horn to Ratchford. And the shot by Ratchford takes a bounce and goes out the far side. Cleared up and out by D'Agostino, and Ratchford touches it away from Postiglione to the other side to Purdy. The return pass to Purdy from Ratchford, and Astorino out to play it. Can't play it past the half wall. Ratchford fakes the shot. Van Horn to Ratchford. Ratchford winds up, and his shot hit the back of the boards. The return feed from Bramwell to Ratchford, and the pass too far from him. He has to go back into his own zone to pick it up. Ratchford around Geddes. Ratchford walked right around Quinn Geddes and went glove side on the far corner. And Todd Ratchford very close to tying this game up at 2. 46 seconds remaining in the Caledonia power play. Tanev with Hoare on the left wing, Trublin to the right, and Abraham and McEnany manning the defense. Tanev to Hoare. Hoare drops it to the right point. McEnany plays it back to Hoare on the far side beyond the line, and Hoare to the half wall to Trublin, plays it back in behind the net, and the Blackhawks able to clear as a sprawling Scaringi clears for the Blackhawks down the far side. McEnany taking it himself, turns around on the far corner. Abraham has a look, and Abraham shot from far out. Scaringi charging him. Astorino with the glove save once again. Astorino with an earlier big save on Ratchford. 13:45 to go, third period of play. Corvairs down by 1. Van Horn's shot hits something in front. Hoare the turnaround. Trublin on the far side. Tanev at the half wall, drops it for Trublin, cut off by Plamondon. And Postiglione plays it up, one-on-one with the defender. Whitwell trying to go around the defender, Van Horn. Van Horn got just enough of Whitwell to avoid a scoring chance at the left wing, and Van Horn comes right back with a shot wide of the net. Trublin, the short back pass to Van Horn, and icing with 12:53 to go. We'll take a break. You're watching Caledonia Corvairs hockey on YouTube.
Ticket number 025599.
Back to action, third period of play. Caledonia wins the draw. Bush unable to keep it in. Bianchi plays it up beside the Caledonia bench, and Thorold clears and makes a full change. Bush has it picked off by Gigliotti. The back pass to Matt Korzowski. The nameplate actually showing Mendaka. There was a blank plate across it during the first two periods, but it must have fallen off. Korzowski on the left wing. Mitchell Mendaka, the number 27 player on the roster as of this afternoon. But it's Korzowski out there now on the right wing, and not Mendaka in the 27 sweater. The windup by Lloyd goes into the far corner. Gomes down the blue line for Purdy. Purdy now to the right-hand side. Gomes the shot, partially blocked. Abraham's shot, and Fontana parked in front of the net. Fontana calling for it. Gomes goes for Purdy, and the pass cross ice goes off the back of Purdy's stick and out of play. The Thorold Blackhawks looking to move to within a point of 6. The Fort Erie Meteors in the 6th spot. Brown to the left wing. Tanev drops it for Moran, and the shot by Moran goes out of play on the left side. Caledonia, if they can tie it up, 1 point behind the junior Canadians, trying to get back to that top spot. Brown and Scaringi in the neutral zone to take the draw. Brown wins it. Moran whips it around the boards. Puglisi leaves it, and it's Dorian at the top of the blue line instead of a defender for the Corvairs. McEnany rips it around the near side. It comes all the way out the far wall. And Puglisi follows suit with a ring around the boards, this time on the opposite side. Puglisi gets a shoulder to Sacco, and Dorian takes McEnany heavy into the far corner. Brown the shot, using the screen between Greg Christmas's legs. Jake Brown with a shot inside the left circle. Play tied up on the boards now beside the Thorold bench. Comes free to Kyle Tanev. Tanev the shot, and what a right pad save by Astorino. Tanev's shot looked to be booked toward the near corner, but no such luck. The save of the game with the right pad by Astorino there. Palasic with some big saves earlier in the period before the Matt Seco goal. Palasic made 2 saves on either side of the net before he got caught out of position, and Seco put it in at the 2:57 mark. The shot by Van Horn high and off the glass and out the far side. Whitwell tries to chip it out. Plays it a little farther down the far side for Postiglione. Whitwell fans on the clearing pass, and Purdy with a quick shot. Bramwell and Peacock also heading toward the net. 30-7, the shots on goal for Caledonia through 2. And out shooting Thorold here in the third as well, but Caledonia needing to tie things up, trying to move to their 8th home win. If they cannot come back tonight, there was Van Horn there with a shot from the left side. They'll drop to 7-3 at home on the year. Caledonia coming into tonight 17-2-1. The best winning percentage in the league, but Welland a point ahead following 3 victories since Caledonia last played. Caledonia with the 6-1 victory here last week against Welland. Welland winning 2-1 against St. Catharines, doubling up Thorold on Wednesday and winning 8-3 in Niagara Falls last night. Shot hits the side of the net. The shot by Scaringi there, and now on the far half wall. Seco tries to keep it in at the right side. Trublin trying to split 2 defenders, Christmas and D'Agostino. McEnany whips it around the board. Hoare to the end line. Hoare as McEnany calls for it. McEnany the shot and they score! Jake Brown gathering the rebound in off the glass. McEnany's shot hit the back glass, came right back to Jake Brown, and Brown deposits the tying goal with 8:05 remaining. So recapping your scoring, Pastiglione in the first, Fontana tied it on the unassisted goal. Seco and Brown here in the third. A big shot by McEnany. He had a clear, wide open shot, pass back to Moran. McEnany looked to have a goal top shelf. It went just over top the net by about 1.5 inches. And before anyone could find the puck, Jake Brown knew where it was. It came right to his stick, side of the net, far corner, and he made no mistake tying this game up at 2 with 8:05 remaining in the game. Abraham leaves it for Bianchi. Bianchi plays it too far up the near wall for Bush. And D'Agostino out to play it for the Blackhawks. Panov wraps it around the wall. Fontana the first there for the Corvairs. In behind the net, Bush chopping away at it as Hoare. Fontana a chance as well. And now Fontana doing a great job of getting back on the back check. 2 chances by Fontana and Bush for the Caledonia go-ahead goal. We'll take a break as both teams change lines. You're watching Caledonia Corvairs hockey on YouTube. Welcome back. Purdy in the draw in the neutral zone. Pastiglione forces play on the draw to the sideboard for Jake Lloyd. Lloyd plays it up the wall, intercepted by Purdy. Purdy to Peacock. Bramwell past the end line now. Purdy gets it back, turns around at the left circle. Peacock for Bramwell. Bramwell tries to jump off the check of Geddes. He manages to play it out the far side. Peacock lifts a stick, plays it to the near side wall. Purdy's side of the net off the feed from Peacock. Bramwell turns around to Ratchford. Ratchford the shot from the right, and Ratchford trying to get the puck lost in traffic, but Astorino sees it all the way and makes the save beside the far post. Giancola wins the draw back to the defender D'Agostino. The Blackhawks play it back to the Caledonia blue line where McEnany plays it back up to center for Trublin. McEnany to Abraham. Abraham to Matt Hoare on the right wing. The puck hops ahead of him and in behind the net now. Two players aside tie up. And Matt Hoare gets an arm free on a Thorold player. Looks like he'll go off on a hold. And the Thorold Blackhawks will go to the power play with 5:20 remaining in the third. The Caledonia Corvairs and the Thorold Blackhawks tied up at 2. Patton tries to draw a pass down the left wing. It goes out of play just into the Caledonia bench.
Number 91, Matthew Hoare, 2 minutes for holding. Time, the penalty, 14:40.
Patton tries to clear top of the line. Christmas the turnaround. Sacco able to keep it in front of the net, bouncing puck. Dorian heads to the front of the net. A puck loose. Fontana with speed, centering pass. Patton shorthanded. Here's Fontana again, the shot. And Fontana tries to go in between the legs. Thorold had it up ice. It was cleared all the way down the far board. Fontana got to it. And the Corvairs get 2 shorthanded chances out of it. Shot side of the net and falling into the end board is Nick Sacco. 1:09 remaining in the hold to Matt Hoare. Corvairs in action Tuesday night. The Falcons 4 points behind the Corvairs. The Corvairs hoping to get back into the number 1 spot. Welland with 36 points, Caledonia with 35. Pass to the right wing, Panoff shakes off the check of Bramwell. He falls down with Ratchford on him, and Ratchford plays a bouncing puck out down the far wall to kill more time for Caledonia. Under 4 to go now, 32 seconds remaining on the penalty to Matt Hoare. Around the far side goes Plumunden. Plumunden drops it to the half wall. Moran tries to break it up. Postiglione, the Thorold first goal scorer, drops it to Plumunden. Plumunden top of the blue line, gets it back, and the shot by Francois Plumunden. And Moran with an impressive block there on the left-hand side. The Corvairs return to full strength, and we go to the final 3 minutes of the game. The Corvairs and Thorold Blackhawks tied up at 2. Gigliotti chips it in. Pulasic out to play it. Up the board for Van Horn. Hoare turns around and clears it the rest of the way deep down the near side board. Christmas back for Thorold, out to the far side for Jake Lloyd. played up the far corner for Giancola, and Palasic out to play it. Christmas stops it at the right side of the blue line. Seco now the opportunity with Giancola heading toward the net off to his left. Nick Giancola with an open shot off the Greg Christmas pass, but he couldn't handle the forehand pass. Had a chance off to the far side. Van Horn to Abraham. Abraham head up to the neutral zone for Hoare. Hoare moving his way around Whitwell's side of the net. Matt Hoare with a chance charging toward the net around the... Hoare used his body to shoulder off the Thorold forward and found a shot at the near side of the net. Under 2 to go now. Tanev, the feed up into the far corner. Lloyd with Purdy checking him. They turn it over. Here's Peacock inside the right circle, and the shot by Ratchford wired wide out the far side. Scaringi back the other way. Ratchford on him. Ratchford shoves him into the board. Scaringi gets it back. 1:07 to play. Just about to hit the last minute. Break possibly coming here. Purdy with speed. Purdy hauled down by Matt Seco. Seco, the goal scorer, the second Thorold goal scorer. Goal number 2 at the 2:57 mark. Matt Seco headed to the box, hauling down Purdy on the near corner. 58.2 seconds remaining in the third for Caledonia to get the go-ahead goal. They'll carry that power play into the overtime if they can't score here. Of course, the overtime will be 4-on-4. Caledonia on the timeout, hoping to end it right here. Postiglione in the first, the Thorold Blackhawks with a 1-0 lead through one. His goal at the 14:47 mark. Cosimo Fontana on the breakaway, unassisted, 6:14 into the second. Matt Seco, after the Blackhawks had several chances, Palasic made good saves off both sides of the net. Seco from beside the right circle eventually put it in. Palasic out of position, 2-1 at that point. Bramwell to the far board. McEnany inside his own line, 45 seconds to go. Purdy hit hard in the neutral zone by Postiglione. And Jake Brown tying it when McEnany's shot hit the glass. Brown gathered it inside of the net, far side. Purdy to Bramwell, and Bramwell's shot high and wide out the far corner on the far side. McEnany, Tanev, side of the net. Purdy, Peacock in there as well. Purdy to the far side. McEnany stops it at the right side of the line. 6 seconds to go. The shot, the backhand by Peacock. It goes just wide. One final shot by Purdy. A flurry of action there in the final seconds. McEnany shot from the left, and Peacock nearly put it in. Peacock, the cross-body shot, aiming for the near corner, and his shot wide with about 5 seconds to go. Caledonia will stay on the power play for another minute 1. Thorold trying to avoid their 7th consecutive loss. Well, they'll get a point. They'll get at least a point here, so this will be at very least an overtime loss, so they'll pick up 1 point. The Corvairs 15-0-1 in their last 16 games. That Kitchener game back on October the 11th, also a winnable game for the Corvairs. Power play continues on as we hit the overtime frame. McEnany winds up. The rebound, Patton, side of the net, had an open shot at the near corner. McEnany with 2 shots. Patton open side of the net, but the puck hopped over his stick. Tanev going in alone. What a shot by Kyle Tanev. Split the defense, pulled down at the far side. Tanev dove as he directed the puck with his stick toward the far side. The whistle going, 26 seconds remaining on the penalty to Matt Seco. Seco got Mitch Purdy late in the 3rd period. Ratchford winds up. Fontana there as well near side. Fontana winds up and he fires a wrister high and out of play. Looked like it hit the stick of Lloyd and deflected out. Peacock in the draw, 15 seconds remaining on the power play. Ratchford top of the line, Fontana back to Ratchford, and Ratchford misses the pass, and the Caledonia power play will expire. Ratchford to Van Horn, the cross-ice feed for Fontana, and it's broken up by Lloyd. Ratchford keeps it in. Peacock under the end line. Pastiglione on him along with the number 5 defender, Christmas. Puck squirts free to center ice. Van Horn to Peacock. Peacock around the defender to the net, the shot. Peacock grabbed from behind by Christmas. Plamondon and Fontana in there now as well. Lloyd and Ratchford tied up, as are Van Horn and Vito Scaringi. So Peacock using his size to put a move, faked with the upper body down the right-hand side. Peacock moving around Christmas for a shot on goal, headed straight to the net. And we remain tied at 2, Thorold Blackhawks, Caledonia Corvairs, with 3:25 remaining in the overtime session. Purdy and Scaringi in the draw. Purdy wins it with a backhander back to Abraham. Geddes, the drop to Christmas. Geddes gets it back. Interference, a curious call to Peacock. Christmas winds up. It hits Purdy high and Caledonia out 2-on-2. Abraham, Purdy to the left, and Abraham loses it as Geddes to make the defensive play, loses it again, and the shot by Abraham high and wide up over top the Thorold net. McEnany with speed. A draw around the defender, straight to the net, near side. Now McEnany has to get back, and he's able to do so. Scaringi through center, makes a move around McEnany. Scaringi with a quick fake on McEnany. Walked right around him and fired a shot wide to the near side. Astorino out to play it for Whitwell. In behind the net for the defender D'Agostino. He brings it to center and plays a bouncing puck into the Caledonia zone. Pulasic out to play it. Whitwell down the half wall. Plamondon to Whitwell. The pass to the right circle for Scaringi, and it's picked off by Moran. Bramwell gloving it down, going one-on-one with the defender. Bramwell's shot off the bottom of the right pad of Astorino. Van Horn calls for it. The shot, and Van Horn gets stuck up ice. Here comes Dorian, the shot just wide, an inch and a half wide of the net by Scott Dorian. Met by Moran now. Dorian twisting and turning, the shot off the end board. Peacock inside the line, back to center. Action going end to end. Van Horn nearly ended it on the shot off the right pad of Astorino, and then he got caught up ice, and Dorian back the other way, and his shot an inch and a half wide on the near side. Ratchford with 1:02 remaining in the overtime session. Van Horn down the wall for Tanev. Tanev on the backhand, crosses to the forehand, and the shot by Tanev deflects off the shoulder of Astorino and deflects out a play out to his right. Tanev's shot catching the right shoulder of Josh Astorino. Ratchford over top the left circle. It hits Postiglione and comes right back to him. Ratchford out the far side now for Matt Hoare. Hoare at the half wall, far side, turns around to the net as Tanev. And Astorino poked it away from him at the last second. The shoot in by Thorold hits the end board. Pulasic plays it to the near side. Postiglione to Christmas. Out to the red line. Hoare from the right circle, the centering pass. Abraham wide open in the slot. Time expires. Justin Abraham wide open on the Matt Hoare pass. And the big forehand shot by Justin Abraham. Astorino sure to get a star in this game. The Corvairs out shooting the Thorold Blackhawks 30-7 following 2 periods of play, and much the same through period number 3 in overtime. The Corvairs, the faster of the 2 clubs, but at times end-to-end rushes by both teams in this game. Peacock with chances in the overtime frame. Scott Dorian when Van Horn was caught up ice. Plamondon, the ex-Welland defender, will take the first shot. He angles out to the right, moves in on the forehand, and loses the puck. Pulasic stuck his stick out in front of himself and used it as a shield, and Plamondon, distracted, didn't even get a shot away. Plamondon looked to get it to his forehand, but somewhere in the process lost the disc and it went off to the near corner. Fontana dips, he doodles, and he scores! Fontana pulls it to the forehand. Several short backhand to forehand moves, and then he shot along the ice, got the goalie to open up his pads, and got it just to the inside of the inside post. Scaringi angled to the right, making approximately the same move as the previous Thorold defender, Plamondon. But at the last second, he drew it back to the forehand. What a glove save by Palasic on Scaringi. Tanev in, and he fans on the shot. Tanev angled. He looked like he was going to shoot to the far side. Tried to draw it to the far post instead and shot wide at the last second.
Third, Blackhawks shooter
David D'Agostino, the possible last shooter for the Blackhawks. He's the first to angle to the left. Tries to go between the legs, fans on the shot, and the Corvairs win it 3-2 in the shootout. The Corvairs extend to their 12th consecutive win, 2-0 in the season series against the Thorold Blackhawks. So the Corvairs win it in OT by a score of 3-2, and we'll see you next week. Caledonia with 3 consecutive road games before they return home on Sunday night, Grey Cup Sunday. Grey Cup Sunday against the Fort Erie Meteors, 7:30 p.m. for the Caledonia Corvairs Hockey Club. I'm John Molson. Tonight's final score, the Corvairs win it in a shootout by a score of 3-2. Good night from Caledonia. We'll see you next week.
Everyone builds dream houses. But when you dream, you close your eyes. That's why you need a guide. To see if it's too close to the train. To line up a good school. And remind you of the cost of a pool. With a RE/MAX agent, you will see how much better than a dream home the right home can be. RE/MAX. Dream with your eyes open.